Alright, y'all. Well, we got the Integra. It's been good and running about 2 weeks now. It's got that B20 with manual swap in it. Just been daily in it so far. Still got to do the rear differential on the Miata. Trying to either track down the pinion gear, or I have to just get a whole another front piece of the differential with the pinion. The srt4 is doing good. Using that one daily as well. What's up, Winter? What's up, Winter? How you doing? Out causing chaos with a crazy self. The CRX here. This is all the stuff for the Miata that I've got. I've got some different axles. The axles are still in it, but I've got some spares. You know, 2 of a lot of things, and got my welded diff there that I was gonna use, but I've got another one inside that's an open diff that I welded up instead of that VLSD. So, but I've got, you know, there's one of the pinions that's not gonna work. This gear's got some damage, that's not gonna work, but this gear here is pretty good. So that ring gear will work, and I've got, you know, pretty much all the other pieces I need between what's here and what I've got inside. But you know, new seals and whatnot inside. But basically I just got to get another pinion gear, and can't find one that's not like $600 by itself. So I'm working on getting the whole front, watch out, man, the whole front of the differential here with the pinion in it, for less than that used, hopefully, is what I'm going for. I got, so it's the D15 is in it, you know, with the carbureted setup, with the 2 injectors basically, and I came across an entire swap. I was looking for just the transmission for it, because this one's got the transmission in the trunk. It's all in pieces. So, versus trying to put that back together, well, and whoever took it apart, the people I got it from, it looks like they beat the hell out of the edges in some spots. We got some stuff's kind of beat up, and I'm just kind of worried that when I do put it back together, you know, one of the holes there that looks like it's for one of the mounts, I think it's the where the transmission mount goes, the holes beat up even where they hit it with a hammer and like bent that part of the casing. So I don't know that I'm going to try to use that transmission, and this engine's got about 300,000 miles on it. But I picked this one up. It's a H20, no, I'm sorry, it's an F, not H, it's a f22b1. So I'm thinking I want to put that in there, because I got this one for a decent price. Came with everything. The guy said it had like 80,000 miles. Whether or not that's completely accurate, I don't know. But It is an F22 out of a 94 Accord. But I've got, it'll be a cable shifter and all that. I've got everything, at least for the shift mechanism, that I should need for getting the engine in the car. Everything I've read, you have to do a little fabrication. I think it's on the transmission side. Stuff like that. I mean, there's a couple little flaws I'm seeing. Got that's slightly bent. I'll see if I can fix it. The VTEC solenoid is broken, so I'll have to get that new top piece. I think the other half of the solenoid's in the mix here somewhere. Yeah, there it is, down there. But, I won't be using the air conditioner compressor he gave me or anything. I'll go with no power steering, no AC. But I guess I'll have to fabricate some stuff to make it fit. I guess they say it's like doing an H22 swap. This, I believe, will give me a little gain on horsepower. Maybe the same horsepower, but I guess more torque. So should give it a little more something, I guess. But I was able to get this whole thing for basically, the price I would have paid for a used transmission for the other one with 300,000 miles. So me taking the guy's word on the mileage, hopefully it's better mileage and, give me a little more torque, and basically got everything. I'm not positive on the axles and stuff yet, if all that will go into the swap, but I believe I'll have to get a couple little harness adapters and go to OBD1, but I do have the ECU for it in the house, the intake manifold for it in the house. That's a different radiator, but I have some stuff I can try to sort through and use. But I've got the whole harness for the engine compartment as well as under the dash all tucked in here, so got all that, and the ECU, the mounts and all are here. So I'm hoping I can make it work with minimum of having to really look for too many other parts, but I'm sure there'll be something I gotta get. But that's kind of where we're at with this one and what'll be coming up next. So I'll do some body work to it in a few little places. We'll get, some little dents cleaned up, and I figure I'm just gonna paint all of it black. I got a little dent here, I'll get that fixed. But for the most part, it's pretty straight, solid. It's not all rusted out or nothing, so it'll be good for a project. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it all black and just paint all the trim, sand that, and get all the trim and the paint basically matching, so everything's not looking like it's peeling. And then I've got some wheels. I don't know if I'll swap wheels from maybe the Miata to this with the black, put some other wheels on the Miata. We'll see what I want to use on what with what I've got, but just that kind of stuff. Spare parts for the integra, well, not the intake manifold there, that's for the CRV, but some spare parts there. I got more spare parts over there. I got a few spare parts here. Engine parts here. I got a B18. Let's see. I got a B18 that I got to get rebuilt. I got to get everything resurfaced, and wasn't sure if I wanted to bore it out or what, so I've got that there. I've got the parts, to go back in it and whatnot. Basically, if I'm gonna be using different pistons, rods, and rings, and I'll probably change a lot of the other stuff, but some of what I would reuse is here. Kind of got the little carport garage area here cleaned up a little bit today, so it's not perfect, but situated some stuff. I got clutter I need to get rid of, but situated some stuff and made it where I could move around in here a little better and swept up most of the leaves. Got my donor integra here from what I took the manual transmission swap from. Got my old automatic there, but pretty clean donor, sold some parts off of it and things like that, but I've got some more stuff inside, I guess, if I needed it. But it's gutted for the most part. And, that's kind of where we're at with things right now. But, just sitting out here, relaxing, enjoying the weather. That's what I'm doing now. Kind of cleaned up a little bit around here and did some work to some stuff, and now just kind of relaxing. Got the Jeep here and the bike. Everything's doing pretty well. I think me nitpicking stuff, there's a little something I gotta do to everything at some point when I'll make some time, but everything's good and going and all that. So got the cars selling parts from, or some motor transmissions that are good. Got the Mazda 3, trying to just sell the motor transmission in that, I think. The other ones, the CRV, I think I'm just going to try to sell the rolling shell. Really clean interior, but the S10 I might do something with. The Ranger here's wrecked pretty good in the front, so it's got a good engine, automatic transmission, so the rear end's good. I'm probably going to use that drivetrain maybe in the S10, just because I've got it around. Might do that, but then the El Camino over there needs a transmission. I need to come up with a Chevy 350 or Buick 350 transmission to put in that. But it runs good, just needs transmission. That one's one I built a few years back. I guess really probably 7 years back now. But did good for a few years, but then the transmission went out. So it'll still start and run and sounds good, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, but that's it. Just figured I'd give you all an update and all that. So that's where we're at, and this should be the next one. Getting some stuff done. Getting that motor in there. Between that and if I come up with the rear differential pinion gear I need, getting the Miata back going. Figured I'd just give y'all an update, let y'all know what's coming.